Today I'm going to be talking about the whole Tether and Bitfinex situation, and I feel like one of the main reasons that it has happened in general to the extent that it has happened is really because of how uneducated, in my opinion, people tend to be currently on the whole situation. So I decided to make this video to sort of get everyone up to the same level on what's happening, and for some people who might not have even heard of it yet, for them to sort of see what's going on. But before I get into the video, I did just want to say, make sure you guys join my TradingView script giveaway on Twitter. It will be down in the description down below. Make sure you guys join that. But anyways, let's get right into the video. So as you guys can see right here on CoinMarketCap, Tether is officially below $1. Now, this was obviously never supposed to happen because Tether is supposed to be backed 1-for-1 to US dollars, so it should never go below the $1 price because the whole point is that you will always be able to withdraw it for $1. So recently, and obviously in the past too, there have been a lot of speculation on, saying that Tether really isn't backed 1-for-1 with the dollar. There have been times where they were printing money and people thought they were just making money for themselves. And the whole correlation to Bitfinex is that Bitfinex is like a part owner in the whole Tether company, so they're sort of connected. Bitfinex also heavily trades with Tether, so that's how Bitfinex is involved in this whole situation, and sort of that's what's going on with Tether right now, as it is below the $1 mark. So some of the biggest contributing factors to this has been the fact that there have been $110 million worth of Tether withdrawn from the Bitfinex wallet, turning their $259 million wallet into $143 million, after the transaction. So in general, there has been a large amount of Tether moving in and out of the Bitfinex wallet, which has been, having a lot of people questioning what's happening. In the past, there have been times where Bitfinex has been sending Tether to other major exchanges, whether that be something like Huobi or Binance. But right now, no one really knows for sure what's going on. And obviously, people are always scared because Bitfinex could be sending it to another exchange, maybe mass selling it for Bitcoin or something of that nature. So there's a lot of possibilities on what could happen with that Tether. And the whole fact that they're moving around so much Tether has been scaring a lot of people. And so some of the reasons why it has moved below this $1 price, here you can see on the different prices on multiple exchanges and sort of how it's changed. Earlier today it was only at around 1% below $1, but now it's at around 2% below $1, so it has moved down a bit more as more and more people have sort of seen what's going on. So really why people are so scared and why the price is going down is because a lot of traders are moving their USD Tether into alternatives such as PAX or TUSD, other alternatives to USD Tether that are also backed by the dollar. So whenever people are mass selling USD Tether for these other coins, the value of USD Tether will start to go down because there's just not enough buy orders to take all the people selling their Tether. So that's been a big, big contributing factor. And if you guys do look on some exchanges such as Binance, the price of other stable coins such as PAX have moved up to around $1.02. Or just the conversion that Tether is at right now. So that's sort of what's been happening. And also a lot of traders have been selling USD Tether to purchase cryptocurrencies. So if you guys do look on certain exchanges, for example, right here, this is the Bitfinex price. You can see that Bitcoin is at $6,300. And on Coinbase up here, Bitcoin is at $6,200. So there is around a 2% spread between Bitfinex and Coinbase, which is also pretty scary, as obviously Coinbase uses US dollars to trade and Bitfinex uses USD Tether. So you can see the spread there once again. There has really been a difference in price, and Tethers have definitely been contributing to it. Now, one other thing is the concerns around the banking practices of USD Tether and sort of what's going on there. So recently what happened is their bank that Tether used went bankrupt. So it was called the Noble Bank, and that's the bank that they used to work with. And they basically got bankrupt. So Bitfinex was forced to move to another bank to work with. and they tried to switch to HSBC, which is one of the biggest banks in the world. I think they said it's like around number 7 biggest bank in the world. However, HSBC, which is the new bank that they're attempting to work with, they recently stopped Bitfinex's account, so you can no longer deposit or withdraw US dollar from Bitfinex. So what's happening is a lot of people are forced to go to USDT and then withdraw from the exchange in order to get US dollars. So a lot of people are getting scared. At this point, there's been some speculation of even Bitfinex going bankrupt. A lot has been happening, and especially pages like this is one of the more popular ones. Bitfinex on Twitter. These are people who have been talking about Bitfinex and Tether speculation for a really long time now. And I think what's really fueling a lot of this FUD and a lot of people getting scared in general are a lot of these people on Twitter who are saying, the Bitfinex is finally collapsing. And all of that. And there have been a lot of people who have already been scared about Bitfinex and Tether in the past. So I think the fact that everything's happening, a lot of these people are covering it and saying, it's finally happening. It's scaring a lot of people. And that's sort of feeding into the whole situation. And that's why Tether is continuing to fall. So basically, there are already popular people who have been advocating against them in the past, and now people were already scared about it, so they are finally taking action and moving into US dollar. Now, I do just want to say before I end this video that things like this with Bitfinex have happened in the past. This isn't the first time that Tether has been moved around, in large amounts to different wallets, and I do not think this is also the first time that they have switched banks. They have switched banks multiple times in the past. The only difference this time is since Tether is such a big cryptocurrency right now. I think it had around $2.4 billion in trading volume at the height today. I just think that in combination with a lot of the risky things that have been happening with changing banks and things like that have really scared a lot of people, and that's sort of what's created this situation. So overall, what do I think you guys should do if you do have Tether or do have some money in Tether? I personally think that you should wait this situation out. Obviously, I think you guys should form your own opinion based on this video. Do you still trust that Tether and Bitfinex are going to come back, or do you think they might be bankrupt and have some major bank issues? That's up for you to decide, but personally, I think this huge 2% difference in Tether value will eventually start to settle down as Bitfinex does sort of work out the situation. Although there are a lot of claims against Tether saying that it's not backed one for dollar, I still think it's going to be a huge move when they eventually, or if they ever do even shut down. I think it's going to be a much bigger situation than just a bank denying them to work with them. So overall, people have been saying that this situation should be cleared up by the end of the week. Tether should be back up to $1, and the spread between Coinbase and Bitfinex should be back to normal. But obviously, I definitely think you guys should think about both sides of the argument and decide what you think for your own money. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to join my giveaway and make sure to leave your thoughts on my Twitter and in the comment section down below on what you're going to do with your USD Tether. Are you selling it? Are you holding it and waiting to go back up? Or are you buying Tether right now and hoping that it also goes back up? Let me know what you guys think, and see you guys in the next video.